Psychologically, if you think about it, that's why as comics, we are not so good at relationships. If you think about it, we are the only ones who know what it's gonna end like. We have these played out scenarios and we've joked about it. We've watched people at comedy clubs, we've watched our parents, we've watched our friends on Facebook. So whenever we find ourselves playing the part and then we hear all of these grandiose plans, we sort of go, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be around long enough for this. And I think that self-sabotage and the
Yeah.
unhappiness and the dis-ease comes in that, right? Because I think mostly in relationships, women just want to plan long term. And we are like,
Always next step.
yeah, we are like, we don't, I've never met a comic that works next step.
Yo,
Unless they have
yeah.
a job somewhere and they do comedy on the side.
Yeah, right. And yeah, I mean, women, it's what's next, what's next, what's next. Men, it's like, can we freeze it right now? And is it possible to reverse trajectory? And you cannot reverse.
Oh,
You can't move in together, break up. Excuse me. You can't move in together, want to stay together, but have to move out. That doesn't happen.
you see, that's why you're the genius of this conversation.
Yeah.
You figured it out. I think knowing the outcome, geez, yeah, you made me think now. I think in all of my relationships, I always feel like the person should go for the picket fence because I don't think it's available here. I think even at the height of success as a comic, do we see ourselves with a house and a dog and a car and a corner, the store that we like to go to? Do we see ourselves here?
Yeah, this might be, I talk to so many funny Canadian comedians. They have such a different outlook on comedy because in Canada, I hope I'm not being too rude to them, but they're kind of like, you can make 35 grand a year and that's kind of good and you're happy. But in America, you can make $500 billion a year and be Jerry Seinfeld or whatever. So depending on maybe where you come from, what the opportunities are that present to you, I love going to Canada because the comics there, they're not like all trying to kill each other for success. They're having barbecues and enjoying their universal health care. So part of the capitalism of America creates a competition that isn't fun. It isn't fun, but we make vaccines very quickly.